So, two things. I wasn't chasing a pro card. I was chasing my mental health.
Ah,
You know what I'm saying? I didn't even knew what a pro card was.
okay, okay.
You know what I'm
Yeah, I get what
saying?
you're saying for sure.
Yeah, like I was just trying to save myself.
No, Harry, Yo, we in the building, man. We here. We here at the Legacy Sessions in DC. Y'all know what we do, man. It's Treau Talks. And, man, I got something to show. I got something for y'all, man. I got something that I think the whole world been waiting to see. And the reason why I say the whole world is because, man, they've been waiting to hear this guy's story. Not just from him being a competitor, not just from him being in the service, not from him just being, you know, a stand-up guy. They want to know about his workouts. They want to know about his journey. This man got a new little one, you know what I mean? Like, he recently married. He done did it all, man. And, you know, I got to be a part of seeing the journey from the beginning. Well, we got Mr. Charjo Grant, a.k.a. The Monster.
What's good?
In the building. You know what I mean? What's happening?
What's
here.
happening?
You know me, man. I'm here, man. So, first of all, man, thank you for taking the time out your busy day to come rock with us today here on Treau Talks, man, because first of all, I just want to tell you why I got you, right?
All right.
I've been watching bodybuilding even before I got into it.
Mm.
So that means a part of me is a fan, right? But I'm a fan from a different perspective.
Yeah.
I'm the fan that cuts the head off, which means I don't see your face, I see your body.
Yeah.
And I judge that. I don't care if your name is X, Y, and Z. I look at exactly how you look that day and appreciate the hard work you did into it and say, this is the person that won, right?
Yeah.
So that's the part of bodybuilding I'm a fan of.
Okay.
Because I grew up in that era. I didn't grow up in the Instagram era. I grew up in the magazine era. You know what I mean? I'm the kid in the grocery store looking in the magazine.
Muscle and fitness.
Yeah.
Getting workouts.
Right. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's me. So therefore, it's nothing wrong with the Instagram era because I'm pretty sure it's become lucrative for the people that's doing it.
Of course.
And all the things that come along with it, but that's just not the place that I stand on. When I look at who you are, what you've done, how you've done it, that's the part that's impressive to me. I met you at the shop gym. You was new to the area.
Yeah.
And you was the guy coming in there doing the pull-ups on the high thing. You know what I mean?
I was wild back then.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You was doing all the stuff. You had two lit the clothing line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was blessed to do a collaboration with you, one of my competitors one time. So we built that relationship then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I had an opportunity to see it before you even thought about bodybuilding, right?
Right.
Which means I also seen the journey of the bodybuilding, meaning you doing the regional shows, you doing the national shows, and we'll get into your pro career in a minute. But what got you to the moment when you said, I'm gonna compete?
I think it was more God sent.
Okay.
Because at that time, I had something crazy that happened to me. It was 2017, you know, I was up here working and just enjoying life, you know, new start, new to the city. I'm a Southern boy, so I don't know nothing about, you know, being up here in DC. So, you know, just trying to figure out the area, you know, and getting some friends. I didn't know anybody, you know what I'm saying? So I was up here, you know, what I did know was military though.
Right.
'Cause that's what brought me here. So I was just doing that, continuing to do well with that. And then out of nowhere, I got hit with some crazy news that my dad was killed. And then that just sent me spiraling, bro. And I was like, man, I don't know. like what I need to do something,
Right.
and it took me a second to figure out, but not too long. My dad, his birthday was November the 30th that year, and then like like 7 days later we was getting the crazy news, what I'm saying, his passing. So and he was my best friend.
Okay, cool.
You know what I'm saying? So that was like extremely devastating because it was unexpected, right?
Right.
And then so I was praying, man. I was like, yo, I need to figure out something. I'm losing it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even want to go to work, you know, which
Rightfully
I,
so, though, as your father.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Because I mean, but the military is something that I love. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't even want to go to work and perform. I didn't want to do nothing.
Right.
So I decided that mental decline. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? I was going down. So I was like praying. I was like, Lord, somebody need to save me real quick. Help me because I don't know what to do. And then, I always been in the gym, right? And people would casually mention bodybuilding to me, but I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I like to eat, man. I like to party.
Right.
I'm just figuring myself out here in
Yeah.
DC. I'm drinking. I'm having
Yeah,
a
you
good
having a good
time.
time.
Yeah. And then,
Chocolate City.
somebody hit me up. Somebody hit me up with the same kind of convo after the event happened. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, maybe, you know, maybe I really thought about it, prayed on it for a quick second, and I'm like, it would take everything out of me to do this. So I think this is something that I need, something that he's trying to send to me that I need to do to channel all this energy because I was not doing good.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So once I started doing that, and I was like, all right, bet I'll make my mind up. This is what I'm gonna do. And then I was on Instagram. I knew a little bit about bodybuilding or whatever, so I knew a little bit about the categories, not all of them, but I gravitated to what I was starting to like, which was men's physique, and I was starting to see, the killers out there, the Dre's, the Rays, all those guys competing, and then I had already been listening to them like on their YouTubes or whatever the case may be, how to look for a coach and stuff like that. So at that time, I already kind of figured like, all right, so if I'm gonna do this, who gonna coach me? I gotta find a coach. I don't know nothing about bodybuilding like that. I know my way around the gym, but not no plans or nothing like that to actually sculpt the body. So I actually reached out to Omar because I like what he was producing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he a heavy hitter.
yeah, yeah. So luckily I sent him an email and he came right back with it. And I
Okay.
was like, all right, bet, let's do this. I was in prep by January,
Okay.
that fast.
So, do you feel like clearly you reached out to Omar, he put the plan together for you.
Hmm.
You had some reference points because you named them already, Dre and Ray.
Yeah.
And I'll be the first one to say he's probably one of the best that ever did it in his league, far as being a men's physique competitor. I mean, coach. What was it like being under the watchful eye? Like, how did you know going inside that prep, outside of knowing what you need to mentally do? How did you know he was the right fit for you? Like, at what point did you go, yeah, this is it?
Well, like I said, I didn't know a lot, so all I know is how to do is follow orders.
Okay, cool.
You know what I'm saying? I know how to execute
Okay.
because that's what I do.
Right.
Military, I follow orders and execute. So to me, once I set my mind to it, it was easy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I got this plan and I need to do it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't need a whole lot of guidance because I know how to lift. I know my way around the gym. I just needed something to keep me on track.
Okay, cool.
So he did that for me. So I didn't really realize, the greatness or whatever that he was, bestowing upon me under his watch because I ain't really understood like the whole scope
Okay.
of what was going on.
So here's the crazy part to it is because these are the things that I remember. I remember watching you compete regionally, and I remember you watching you compete nationally. And I said this to myself one time. I said, does Charjo need to win a show to be great? I remember saying it to myself like every time I seen you step on stage. And I think I seen you come in second. I think I seen you come in third. I think I seen you just hit all the cues. And I was like, nah, his body type is going to get him over the top. You do Miami, you go pro.
Mm-hmm.
Did not winning the show ever affect you?
No.
So give the people that, because if you look at today's world, right? If you don't win a show, you don't win overall. The chances of you, or the chances of that person thinking they should go on to the national level show to go pro is slim to none. How did you take your mentality and go, I'm still good enough to be pro?
So, two things. I wasn't chasing a pro card.
Okay.
I was chasing my mental health.
Ah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't even knew what a pro card was.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
get what you're saying for sure.
Yeah, like I was just trying to save myself, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm a natural competitor because I played sports all my life, you know what I'm saying, all the way through college when I played football. So, I'm a competitor. So, I did a couple of shows. My first show, which was at the Max Muscle, that two show,
Yeah.
Virginia State, and then the Max Muscle got second place. So it was like, oh, well, you nationally qualified already. I was like, oh, all
Right.
right, cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then so, Luis, he was like, you should do my show, my Grand Prix show, just to, see how you fall out, because you were very close, you know what I'm saying, to the top. So I was like, okay. So I hit Omar up and I was like, yo, let's do the Grand Prix. So we did that. And I actually got first place at that one. I got first place at that one, but I didn't get the overall. Right. And so even though these things are happening, I'm still not knowing what first call out is. I don't know none of that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just going where they tell me to go.
Right.
I don't know the significance of it. So once I did my first national show, which was North Americans, so we in August now, right? We in August. And I get out there and I get I think I got fifth.
Okay.
Fifth place. But even before that, they was like, "Oh, bro, you got first call out." I'm like, "Well, what's that? It's good."
That's what it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, you got first call out, man. That's crazy." Blah blah blah. At North Americans,
Right.
You got first call out at North Americans. I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
I'm not registering.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we get out there, and actually, that was supposed to be my last show. Cause I had called on I had been on preps in January. It's like August, you know what I'm saying, going into September. And the only thing that pulled me back in was me doing what they told me I need to do, get the judges' feedback. I got the judges' feedback, and they was like, yo, you was like a couple of days away of cardio, from having a better placing. And at that time, I was a cardio crazy monster.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what?
Right.
Nah, I had already shut it down with but I had wrote him back. I was like, yo, look at this. He was like, what you want to do? I was like, let's run it. And then we did nationals in Miami, got second place, got a pro card.
So that's hard right there, bro. That's hard right there.
Yeah.
I remember both shows. And I was like, this dude has run the gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
You say you was going to shut it down.
Yeah.
The thing that put you back in the game was because they said your cardio wasn't where it should have been.
Yeah, my conditioning.
Right.
There was like, you was like 2 more days of cardio.
And you'd have been locked in.
And you would have been in a better position.
So that put you back into the game. So now you got to wait August, September, October. I think at that time, Nationals was like November, December.
It was November.
And you went into prep all over again.
Yeah.
What's the mental state from August to November? What is it? Do you remember?
It's the same. Because I was in it for one reason.
Okay.
So it just helped me through my little journey.
So basically, this is still helping you with your mental health. This is still helping you gain the control you need to find Charjo again. It's helping you with your stability. It's helping you with your way of life. It's helping you stay healthy. It's helping you go to work. It's helping you function the way you know how to function.
Yeah.
Because you got structure.
Yeah. It's definitely part of my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm living the lifestyle, and although if I wasn't competing, I would still be in the gym, you know what I'm saying? But as of right now, you know, this makes me have the focus to have focus on everything else.
Because it's all
If that
falling
makes
back in place.
sense.
No, of course it
Yeah.
does. I mean, it's falling back in place.
Yeah.
Some of the things that you said to me already that's already stuck with me was these are things that I'm accustomed to doing. You said, hey, I'm used to taking orders and executing. And that's a lifestyle within itself.
Yeah.
So then to actually become a part of this sport, I'm gonna tell you who you remind me of. Whether or not you ever heard this or not is I don't know, but you remind me of the new Cedric McMillan. Because he was his armed forces guy.
Yeah.
Everybody loved. They knew his story.
Yeah.
They knew what he meant to armed forces. And I think it's now is you. It's because, and the reason why I say that is because again, I don't want to speed too fast. I have so many different things I want to talk to you about. But as I'm listening to the conversation, I'm just like, wow, I don't even think this guy realized like not only what he did for himself, but what he did for others and as far as the sport goes. You are now a person that people want to see no matter what. And here's the reasons why. You just got a promotion, right?
Yeah.
And what's the promotion?
Lieutenant Colonel.
Lieutenant Colonel. Like, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
And I feel like are you the one of or the first one of? Or how does this work?
I was told that I hold the highest rank as an IABB pro.
Right.
And active duty.
Right.
Being an active duty member.
Man, hey, this is why that's what I'm saying, man. Like, that's a blessing, bro. Like, it's a lot of people that's probably lived that job before, but not doing it the way you're doing it.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by the league has also had an opportunity to impact you in a way that you can now impactfully give it back to them.
Right.
Because who's not blessed to say, yo, thank you to the person that's serving the country for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I want to say thank you for that. You know what I mean? And
Appreciate
congratulations.
it. Thank you.
But when you find your purpose, and you said, and I remember just having this conversation before we started recording, you said, and the purpose is still here. 2019, that's your pro debut. And I'm like, okay, he in the water early. He not even waiting.
So
you jumped in the water early.
I wouldn't say that. And here's why.
Okay.
I guess because I got my pro card in November. So you remember the show that I debuted at with Tampa.
Right.
Right? That's the last show of the season.
Exactly.
At that time. So
but I'm
you
just
got
letting you know.
So you
that's
got
early.
All the hitters is in that show because they trying to get that last qual, right? So I felt like because I had been on prep all year, I felt like I was sitting out for so long. You get it?
Okay.
I was so used to
competing.
Yeah. And then I was like, okay, let me sit down, build up a little bit, and then I'm gonna jump in Tampa Pro where everybody at, and we're gonna see where I really stand at with these fellas. You know what I'm saying?
You came in 10th, right?
I came in 10th.
Yeah.
And that was a story in its own.
What's the story?
All right. So when I was on stage, right, going through the show, and me not knowing, I still got NPC mind, So at this point, I figured I'm not first call out, so I ain't got to come back. When you NPC, that prejudging, you done.
Right.
If you ain't,
you ain't do your thing. You
ain't do your thing, and you ain't made first call out, you done. So I think I'm done. Man, I'm at Bahama Breeze, having a margarita.
Oh.
I done spilled some stuff on my shorts.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You just wild out.
And my homegirl, Coco, she was like, where you at? I said, I'm at Bahama Breeze eating a burger and, having a little margarita. And she was like, you got to come back, right? I was like, what you mean? You got to come back.
You don't know because you top 10.
You got to come back to finals.
Yeah.
And I was like,
the confirmation round.
I was like, well, oh, dang. I was like, okay. I don't stress about a lot of things. So I'm like, all right, bet. Well, I'll be back. Luckily I had 2 pair of shorts.
Okay.
So that's why I ended up with a different pair of shorts in finals, Because I had spilled something on my shorts, you know what I'm saying,
Okay.
when I was eating.
All right.
And so this is the kicker. I'm backstage and they was like, yo, we call your name. That mean you may top 10 or whatever. And me not knowing the placings and where I'm standing at on stage and what it really means, you know, I was just out there, you know. But they called my name, man. They called my name for the top 10 and I was backstage flipping out. I was asking the guys, I was like, yo, for real? Like, I'm out here like top 10?
Right.
I'm like, this crazy. This is crazy.
Right.
I mean, I'm back there tripping.
Right.
Like, I'm talking to all the fellas, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I like to I network, you know what I'm saying? And I'm back there talking to people. And then when this happens, I'm totally shocked.
Of course.
Because
first time out the gate.
But I'm with the hitters.
I can relate, bro.
That's my
I
thing.
can relate. I did Boston Pro, my pro debut.
Yeah.
The week after the Arnold.
Yeah.
There was like confirmation round. They called me, and I'm like, wait a minute. It's Aaron Banks, Emmanuel Hunter, Witherspoon, Diago. I'm in this mix? I'm looking around, making sure they call my name for real. Like,
yeah.
All right. But again, I still say that's early.
Yeah.
So my pro debut is literally a year, maybe a year and a half from me getting my pro card.
Yeah.
But you jumped out there. Bro, I don't even think you had time to wash the tan off. You was back.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to get into it. That was a little plan that we had came up with. And man,
I think it also makes the argument for why you are who you are in the league, which means I'm gonna get to a COVID year. Bro, you did more shows than they had. You did every show. I feel like you was in every show.
I did.
I don't know how many shows you did that year, but I feel like you did if it was 15 shows, I feel like you did 12 of them.
So I did it to include the Olympia. I did 10 shows.
All right, you did 10 shows. Let's talk about this, bro. So look, first of all, congratulations, number one. Like,
thank you.
You an Olympian, multiple Olympian. I've seen the 5 shows a year.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen the 6 shows a year. I don't think I know another individual that's done 10 in a year. If you know the person, by all means, let's give them their kudos right now with you. I don't know them. I've even heard people say, man, Charjo crazy, bro. Like, his body ain't gonna be fresh. He ain't gonna be this, da-da-da-da-da.
Man.
And you get to San Antonio, I want to say it's you and Clarence. You come in second. And I think that's the last show you did that year.
This is what happened. I came in like 5th.
Yeah, you came in 5th
at that show.
Okay.
Clarence came in 3rd, I think.
Okay.
And then it was him, Brian Taylor, and I forget who else was up there. But I came in like 5th.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that was my second show.
Okay.
You know, total second show.
Yeah.
And then I went on a vacation. And I came back to San Antonio because remember they had the San Antonio Classic.
Right. Okay.
So I came back there and I think that was a show where AJ Ellison did his pro debut.
Right. Because he won. No, he did because you and AJ also did Toronto together or Vancouver, but
that was a year after. That was 2 years after.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're right, he did. Because he won his pro card with me.
Yes.
And then he did, yeah, okay, go ahead. I know where you at.
So we did that show, San Antonio Classic, but I had messed up everything on my little vacation. But I wanted to compete, so I did compete. And I think I ended up getting like 7th or 8th in that show, right? So I sat down and I was like, okay. I looked at our placings and I'm like, okay, I belong, just, self gratification and assurance that, I belong out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm placing, you know. So then COVID hit and everybody is out. So no gym, none of that. I ended up doing like a little makeshift gym. I think everybody
saw your house.
everybody was making the
You're
gym, right? You know what I'm saying? And luckily I already had like a bench. I had the foundation already because I felt like, okay, I'm a pro now. I need to have something in the house. So I had a little half rack that I got. So in a power towel, pull up towel.
Yeah.
So I had that in the house. But man, when the gym shut down, you need everything, right? So
Absolutely.
it's like, all right, how we gonna make this work? Because I got this new gig I'm doing right now, and I just can't stay still, you know. So everybody was going to Amazon and Facebook Market, and people was jacking the prices up sky high, But then I would find deals here and there, you know what I'm saying. And sometimes you pay the high price,
Right.
how bad you want,
Right.
You know what I'm saying. It was COVID, we had nothing,
right. I get it. Trust me, I was one of those guys.
So I made the gym in the house, and they were saying that they were going to open up, right? So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll start trying to get ready again, get ready for a show. But the shows kept passing and they kept canceling, right? So, but I kept going in my own house. I was still building, and I had what I was doing for cardio was we had an underground parking lot, and I would just run in circles in the parking lot. Like I'll be so
Hey, y'all, he's dedicated. I just want to let y'all know he's dedicated.
Listen, and people were coming there with their little exhausts, and I'm just running. I'm running.
Yeah.
Like whatever. And then my mom, she was like, "I got something for you." She bought me a little recumbent bike. So and I put that in the
house,
in the
right.
apartment. Yeah, so I was riding that. Then I had got the little them little tent saunas.
Mm-hmm.
When they copped that from Amazon, about $125.
Okay, you ready now?
Yeah.
You recovery too.
Yeah. I got the whole spa in the house.
Yeah. I'm with it. I got cardio, weights, recovery.
I'm getting ready. I'm working out, and then they was like, "All right, we think we really gonna have a show, Wasatch Warrior. So y'all get ready." I started getting ready for Wasatch Warrior, and it happened, and I went, and I think that's when everybody started trying to take notice of who I was, because at that show I had got 4th place.
Right.
And they was like, "Oh, who is this?"
Okay.
That was people trying
so
to
you
figure
feel like
out.
that was the aha moment for the.
I think so.
Okay.
And there was people trying to say my name, messing it up.
Yeah, you would let everybody know who you was. I remember.
Yeah,
you was breaking it down in the spelling.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, y'all gonna
so
get
where
this
the
right.
monster come from?
That's just the mentality. Once I started getting in the gym and zoning out, I would have people say I make like the craziest faces, you know what I'm saying, especially with my eyes. And I'm like, well, when I'm zoning out, if I'm really pumping like that, like I'm not me.
You turn into the monster.
Yeah, I'm not me. I'm yelling and everything.
I'm with it, bro. I done seen it.
Because I like intensity workouts.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I'm saying? I don't be cruising through nothing.
Yeah.
You know
you got to get this work.
Yeah.
You got to get this work.
Yeah, I'm working. So
that's what's up.
That's where it came from.
So, the big thing that I know sits on your soul that I'm pretty sure you never get a chance to talk about from your point of view, because there's all these different narratives in the world. But before we get to that actual thought process, you was number 4 in the world.
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You was number 4 in the world.
2022.
Right.
Yeah.
They call you.
Mm-hmm.
4th place goes to Charjo Grant. What do you say to yourself as you walk in to receive that medal?
Before you get there.
Okay.
I was on the side talking to Dre. And I told him, what do you think? Because I thought I had 3rd.
Okay.
Actually.
Okay.
Because, they did the confirmation with me and Diogo.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I had 3rd, actually.
Okay.
But, And when I was talking to Dre on the side, he like, nah, you got fourth, cuz. I was like, all right. Respect. You know, and just what he said, I had got fourth. Either way, man, just to make it to finals, that was the biggest part for me.
Okay.
You know, because that I had been to the Olympia at that time 3 times. And my family, they come to all my stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, dang, how my mom and them, they keep buying these tickets, man. And they buy these finals tickets and your boy ain't on stage, man.
Yeah.
I hate that. You know, so going into that year, I was like, I need to make it to finals. That was my whole, through prep, getting ready, I was like, I got to make it to finals. I'm tired of this. I got to make it to finals. So lo and behold,
You made
we
it.
brought something crazy to the stage and we made it to finals, right?
So what are you feeling though, bro? Like, I'm here to tell you, if I make it to the Olympia, I'm just gonna be happy with that.
Yeah.
I'm the guy that's gonna let you know that right now. I'm gonna be ecstatic and I'm gonna be good with it.
Yeah.
You made it the fourth in the world.
I did.
So what are you thinking? What are you feeling? Let me live through Charjo Grant real fast. Like Charjo Grant, fourth place goes to. What happens as you walking? What you thinking? How you feeling? What's going on?
Not what everybody think.
Again, I don't know what to think.
Here's why.
The chances of me getting it is slim to none.
Here's why I'm saying what I'm saying. Is because the day before the show, my wife's mom passed away.
Okay. That's on your brain heavy.
Yeah.
That's like the father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My my mother-in-law, she passed away, and I was not. I take care of mine, you know. So at this point, I'm like, all right, babe, what you want to do? You know what I'm saying? And so we had talked about it. You know, that's why I love my wife, because we talk it out and we team for real. And we was like, well, mom will want us to go do the show.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we was like, all right.
So she passed the day before the show, or she passed the day before finals?
No, the day before the show.
Oh, so you hadn't even stepped on stage yet.
Right.
Period. Okay, cool. Now I'm following you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So we was like, okay, well, we can't say nothing to nobody, because for one, it's gonna create all this additional
And she's
stress.
still your fiance at the time?
No, we was married.
Because you proposed to her one of
I proposed to her in 2020.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure just want to let y'all know Charge will he be mapping everything out, baby. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So we was like, okay, we devastated, right? But at the same time, we talking, trying to, she would want us to do the show, do it best we can. You know what I'm saying? So let's not tell nobody, let's keep it. Let's do what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm outside, I'm in the crowd, we smiling, we taking pictures. When we get to the room, I'm consoling my wife, 'cause she hurt. We hurt. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy.
I get it, for sure.
Was crazy.
Yeah.
Right? So we going through all that. And then we got a show the very next day.
That's tough.
You know what I'm saying? And so when I get called out, I was like trying not to. You can't stress out. We already know what that do to you.
Yeah, for sure.
So try to stay focused as much as possible. And, I'm out there on stage, and I'm back. I'm in my mode. I'm doing me. And we go out there, we perform, we hit the, routine or whatnot. And then the funny thing is, when we come out for first call outs and stuff like that, I'm out there, I'm like, all right, I feel good, I look good. And I'm looking for my wife. When I'm coming from backstage and everybody lining up on a diagonal, I'm lining up on a diagonal, but I'm looking for my wife. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of try to cheer up a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
You out here, I'm good.
Yeah, we good. And man, they call my number. Craziest thing.
They calls it, bro.
Craziest thing, man. And so at that point, it's like, all right, so they call my number. All right, now I'm back in performance mode. So I'm like, if they call me out there, I'm about to see what I can do.
Right. I'm gonna
You
go
know?
out here and fight. Go
Yeah.
out here and fight for
Yeah.
the real
I'm about to
reason.
get out here and see what's going on. Let's see what we can do. So I get out there and it's on. And we posing and I'm in my eye, I'm in the third spot not the entire time, but once they move me,
Mhm.
I think I'm in the third spot the whole time. And that was just a blessing, man. That was such a blessing. Cause you know what we were thinking about when we first went in the first place. Man, we made it to finals, bro.
Yeah, that was the
All of this going on inside my head. I'm like, yo, we're going to finals.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we also dealing with this.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like such an exciting, it was like, bittersweet. People would say
Yeah, I
that
get it. Yeah, for
bittersweet,
sure. Knowing that side of it,
Yeah,
because I'm like you said, a lot of people didn't know that. So
yeah,
that's deep, bro. I
yeah,
mean, but again, it shows your resilience. You know what I mean? It shows
yeah,
what a support system means in this community. It
yeah,
shows what resilience means. It shows what dedication means. It
yeah,
shows like also your ability to control your emotions at the same time,
yeah.
man.
Our faith is strong,
Yeah,
man.
faith got to be.
Yeah,
So that's what's up, man.
it had to be faith that pulled us through. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, faith for sure, because without that, you don't have a lot. But then the fact that you have the unit,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Y'all a unit. And when
yeah,
people don't realize is you need a unit in this space, especially when you're married or have a significant other when you're competing. So she understands the journey, she understands the assignment. So that's what makes it dope. And I mean, I get to see how you post your family and love your family and
yeah,
different things like that. And I also get to see how you post her. You know what I mean? Like even when she comes out in public with you, you know what I mean? Like I realize that she also understands what your assignment is too, as being a face of the league and
mhm,
how you have to be visualized and different things like that. So that's a blessing, bro. But I guess we gotta go to the elephant in the room, bro, because the elephant in the room was
What's the elephant?
the following year. You come out
Okay.
and everybody, Charjo can't do this. It was too soon for Charjo. It was all these things about you being in fourth place and you started competing and you're not even getting close.
Yep.
I know you hear the chatter. I know you hearing all the things. And now that we done had this opportunity to hear the conversations of how you think, period,
Hmm.
is the chatter doing anything to you mentally?
I'll be lying if I said it didn't.
I mean, please don't lie here. Like on Treau Talks, whatever you do, because then somebody gonna say this ain't Treau Talk no more. So whatever you do, don't lie here. But
It was from a different standpoint though.
that's what I'm saying. I'm cool with it, but
Yeah. So here's the thing. All right. So when I come out,
your first show was DC Pro.
no,
You did a show before DC
I
Pro?
did New York.
You came in 8th.
Yes.
Okay.
Worse. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
So yeah, because that's real bad. So DC Pro, but to come in 4th in Olympia, then do New York Pro and come in 8th, that's a statement. All right, cool.
yeah. They was like, okay, got 8th place in New York.
Right.
I go backstage and Tyler was like,
What happened?
yeah. He was like, this is the worst I've ever seen you, bro.
Right.
I was devastated. We said that. I was like, dang, man.
But did you feel good about your package?
I felt okay. I was undecided.
Okay.
I knew I was dry and ripped like normal,
Mhm.
but I knew it was a smaller package. I didn't know, and at that time, nobody really knew the direction that they thought the league was going with men's physique and the look.
Okay.
So I was like, well, I don't know. I know I want to compete, and that's what we're gonna do, and we did it. I had told a couple of my sponsors that I was gonna go ahead and compete, and that's exactly what we did. It didn't work out in my favor, but we did what we said we was gonna do.
I don't think you're not a man of your word. So you don't come to me as that individual, but
Mhm.
and again, I'm only speaking from the person as from the outside looking in. Yes, I'm a diehard bodybuilder. I do feel like because I have to live a certain type of way, I didn't get a chance to like foresee my career the way I wanted to, and I started super late. But I'm smart enough to know how the functionality of the league works.
Mm-hmm.
2023 is a rough year for you all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
I have to understand your thought process, bro. Like, cause I didn't heard it before. Like, and I'm here to tell you, and I mean, I think I said this before we even started recording. I talk to Dre a lot when we get a chance. When we do talk, it's a 2-3 hour conversation. Like, he's giving me a lot of information to think about.
Yeah.
And I value his words and guidance and his, even if it's an opinion,
Yeah.
I value it, right? Because he's, to me, without the Olympian title, he's probably, to me, my opinion,
Yeah.
the best that ever did it.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
I'm baffled at your last career, the last year. So you do New York Pro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in DC Pro with you. And then I'm watching the rest of the year and I'm hearing all these different things. Because again, people talk. He ain't hungry. He injured. He got too much going on. It was too early.
Mm-hmm.
Man, just set the record straight for me. Like, is all this true? Or is it that you really just couldn't find your mark? Because you
No,
won a show too.
I did.
That's my whole thing. So that's the thing I'm looking at. And then to see you come to the Olympia and go from 4th to 16th,
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand it all. Like, because to me, you're better than 16. I'd have seen you at number 4.
Yeah.
And now I'm looking at where we are now. And I'm like, what is Charjo thinking to himself? Like, what happened this year that he's like, yo, this year happened, and what does it mean?
So just to set the record straight, here's the reason why the big issue with me and why I was placing the way I was placing was because obviously I brought a smaller package.
Okay.
I wasn't a normal bigger Charjo than, that the
There was
judges.
accustomed to.
Huh?
That they were accustomed to.
Right.
Okay.
So, but here's what happened. See, a lot of people don't try to understand you.
That's why I'm here.
People just quick to go off of what happened and then they criticize, but they don't never like sit and think about, dang, well, if you really mess with me, man, Charjo, that's my dog right there. I wonder what's going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I wonder what's going on with him. Something
Right.
got to be going on. None of that. They just firing off with all these critiques and, what a disappointment and a fluke and all that. So it just let me know where people stand. You know what I'm saying? God always reveal
Absolutely.
who your people are
Facts.
through whatever circumstances. And here's the deal. I lost size because it's not all about me. My wife was pregnant.
You were moving too, right?
She went through a devastating loss.
Okay.
She lost her mom in what was it, November?
November.
Lost her mom in November, and she pregnant. You know what I'm saying? My son was born in March. You think I'm in the gym hitting it?
Nah.
I'm taking care of my family.
Right.
Because my family comes first.
Right.
That's why I lost my size. But me, I still like to compete. So when they ask me, are you going to compete? I'm like, yeah, I'll be out there. Because I need this.
Right.
And that's what I'm doing.
Right.
Right? So I get out there. I don't do as well. Of course, I'm feeling like everybody else, but here's how I really felt inside when it came to like bodybuilding. I just felt like I let so many people down.
Okay.
That's how I felt. I felt like, man, I had a lot of people in my corner and I just let them down. You know what I'm saying? And And that's how I felt. Not, I don't even know if that's how people really felt, but I know I felt like I let people down by, these places.
Well, I mean, if you look at it, Charjo, you got fans now.
Yeah.
So your fans definitely are hurt, or even if they're not hurt to the degree because they don't know what's going on, it's a disappointment.
Yeah.
Because it's like the person that has a fan of somebody else. They go like, he gonna beat you, da 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 da. This and the third.
Right.
So it's that you still have those fans. You have all the fans. It's like Charjo the monster. He gonna beat this person. He gonna beat that person.
Yeah.
So again, you are absolutely right about that. I'm pretty sure you had people, your fans, saying these things.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the problem was what you just said first. No one knew, because it's always these different things. And like I said to you before, I'm a fan.
Mm-hmm.
But I do watch the lives, the coaches' corners and all those things, because I have to watch them, because I'm going to tell you why I watch them. I don't watch them for the BS of how they communicate and talk about who gonna win, lose, and jokes and all that type of stuff. That's not the reason why I'm watching it.
Yeah.
My purpose for watching it, honestly, is to hear the moments when they actually speak what they know.
Mm-hmm.
And for a minute, the narrative was, you were hurt. That was the narrative for a long time. Then the narrative was, you just didn't have that particular space to get there anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, wait a minute. How do you become number 4 in the world then? Like, that's not an accident.
Right. So there's some truth to me getting hurt.
Okay.
I did hurt my back.
Okay.
3 weeks out from New York Pro.
Okay.
I did hurt my back.
Okay.
Pretty bad.
Okay.
And I had to get a shot.
Okay.
A steroid shot.
Okay.
All right. And then so, when you do them kind of shots, they make you hold water.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But me and the way I think, that's 3 weeks. I can get that off.
Right.
Right. Which I did, because I wasn't holding that much water.
Okay.
I was just little.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we worked through it. But I did get hurt. But I wasn't making no excuses.
And and again, Charjo, I don't think you should have made an excuse. I think, but what I've learned in this unforgiving sport, and I tell even my clients this.
Yeah.
The sport doesn't have feelings at all, whether we want to admit it or not. There's no feelings in this sport. This is probably one of the most hardest sports, I believe, in the world. That's also the most disrespectful sport in the world, because you can only show up with what you got.
Yeah.
And no one is going to ask you what you went through to get there. It's once you step on stage, this is all you got.
Yeah.
This is your word, basically. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I also believe a person like you, the Dre's, the Clarences, the whoever that's in that era with you, that upper echelon with you, when certain things take place, should give at least their fans an opportunity to be like, yo, I'm hurt.
Yeah.
Because it kills the other narratives. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I told you before, I didn't start this platform to be like the other guys. And the reason being is because I don't want to predict who's going to win.
Right.
Because I know more than what I think is going into that win, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've never seen somebody yet, and I promise you, if they ever start doing this, the sport changes.
Yeah.
If you start seeing people come online and go, cut the head, remove your heads from the body and just put the bodies on stage.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about, because you can't do that, but I'm talking about just the person that's doing the YouTubes that want to let everybody know this is who should win and da-da-da-da. Like, remove the name, remove the face, and put their best body of work up there.
Yeah.
Now be talking about bodybuilding, because that's what you judging.
Right.
That ain't how the league work.
Right.
I'm just sorry. Like, I know for a fact, people ask me all the time, they go, Frank, well, what's going to happen at certain shows? I said, show me the list. I'll show you who can get the first call out. And they're like, what you mean? I said, well, first of all, and I'll bring you up as an example, because people to this day still forget who you are. And that's why another reason why I brought you on, because I know for a fact you are the face of DMV. Whether somebody else want to believe it or not, this is our face. And I'm going to tell you who the woman face was. It was Julia before she moved.
Yeah.
Because this is the every year going to the Olympia. This is the This is the staple.
She about to compete too.
Right, she's doing Charlotte.
Yeah. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah. So this is the staple of our area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm not saying we don't have other pros in the area, but it's not about just being a pro no more. It's about who's the professionals in the area.
Yeah.
The professionals was Julia and Charjo. These are our professional athletes because they are doing it at a level where you're going to the big dance every year.
Yeah.
That's why I say, hey, y'all, you show me the list, I'll show you first call out.
Yeah.
Because I don't care what show you go to, I can look better than you.
Mm-hmm.
Charjo getting that first look if it comes down to me and you.
Yeah.
I know that.
Okay.
And I know that because Charjo has been to the Olympia more than once. So therefore, they're expecting him to look a certain type of way. So we need to see him to make sure he does or doesn't look a certain type of way before we start moving everybody else into this process.
Yeah.
I'm already on board with that. That's why I say it probably will help your fans know, like, hey, not your personal life, your family and all that type of stuff, but yo, I'm hurt. Or I'm taking the time off, or whatever the case may be, because you're right, your fans are glued to your page.
Right. But if they was glued, then they would have known, because I said it. I took them in the hospital with me when I got the shot. What more do you want me to say?
So look, Charjo, I agree with you. I agree with you, right? But this is what you got to think about, though.
Hey, check this out.
They microwave people. Instagram microwave, bro. They hit the button.
Yeah.
They open it.
Yeah.
They eat. And they got to do it all over again.
Yeah.
I mean, think about this. How many times have you seen somebody post something a million times and you probably said to yourself, you said this already.
Yeah.
It's because they trying to get it through your head. Like, yo, this is where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just talking about you. I'm just talking about people in general. And I'm not saying, again, my way is the right way. I just realized that certain people in this league don't get the grace they need because people already don't believe.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah. Yeah.
You know, so, and I have categories of people that I feel like, and I ain't gonna front, I didn't have this category until I started talking to people that was up there. So Trey was like, there's an A tier, a B tier, and a C tier. And I remember him consistently telling me who the A tier was and who the B tier was. And I was like, so I just started studying the people, like, what's their body of work look like? And I ain't gonna lie, a B tier person to me is a guaranteed top 10 in the Olympia. Guaranteed. I feel like very, very strongly you belong there. Like, you are a B tier individual. The reason why I didn't say you was A tier yet is because you haven't, like, crushed the scene and won multiple shows to a place where people can be like, I'm scared of him. I think they intimidated by you coming because they know what you bring. I don't think they intimidated by knowing you gonna win.
Yeah.
That's a different space.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because I'm looking at the guys that live in that A tier space, and I'm just like, But here's the other side to it. Some of them not top 10 Olympians.
So what's making them top tier if they're not top 10 Olympians?
So this is what it is for me.
Yeah.
I look at consistency. You fit that. I look at body of work, and body of work is wins to losses. And then I look at influence. All right. And I feel like you cover 2 out of the 3. You have an influence, you have the consistency, and I feel like the body of work is whether or not the person goes, is this person gonna win? Is there a sure shot, right?
Yeah.
So I give you somebody that they was calling a sure shot, but I also know he a long way from being top tier. Ben, won those 3 shows in a row.
Yep.
loss,
Mm-hmm.
and then you lose to somebody where everybody like want to drag his name in the mud. But I'm just like, the person he lost to been in the league for a minute, so it's not like he didn't know what it takes to be a winner. He just was waiting for his time to win.
Yeah.
And then he gets to the Olympia, and it's like, you're not even close,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, which means to me, he a C person. And the reason why I say that is because now your wins, your consistency, and your losses in the Olympia, and when you put them all together, right now you a C tier competitor. Because when I know when you get to the Olympia, you're not a top 10. You still far away from that, right?
Got it. Okay.
Then I'm gonna look at my Bs. George Brown is a B,
Mhm.
a solid B. Here's the reasons why. His longevity of the Olympia, his longevity of shows that he's won that makes you have to fear him. Like, I'm pretty sure people, whether they want to admit it or not, are fearing him going into Charlotte Pro. Do I got him winning? No. But do I got them fearing him walking through that door? Yes. And you say, Frank, well, what to put him at the B? This is what I do know. When he on point, he gonna win a show.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna put him back in the call, and he gonna top 10 somehow, some way, that Olympia.
Mm-hmm.
Your A's. The best A I can think of right now, and the reason why I call this person out so much is because he give you everything. And that's Chiron. He my best A.
Yeah.
Dre my best A, but I think that's a given. I'm just talking about in the people that I think you're gonna still have to see.
Yeah.
And the reason why I think you're gonna still have to see George Brown a little bit longer, because he got his itch back.
Mm-hmm.
And that itch is a terrible thing once it's there.
George look good.
Yeah. So I feel like Chiron is the A. If he pull up,
Mm-hmm.
he a sure shot. And he knocked off the best in the world.
He did.
And
But people fail to realize or remember he was number 2 in the world, 3 in the world one time.
my point exactly.
Right?
Right.
3, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. He's an A caliber.
Yeah.
So and that's why I'm saying, like, to me, I'm 100% sure if you come back last year and you crack top 5
Mm-hmm.
in the Olympia, you move into the upper echelon right away.
So here's my take on what happened in 2023 versus what's upcoming. I wasn't as dry as I normally bring to the stage
At Olympia.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
sure.
I had the size. I had my size back.
Okay.
I had my size back since San Antonio.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But they're judging me off of the judges' feedback was they knew my conditioning was off.
Right. I mean, but you're a conditioning guy. Like, everybody
That-
knows that from the gate.
Right. That's why I got penalized so hard, because it was so off.
Right.
And I know that when I bring that back, and with this muscle I got on me, they want me to fill out my frame. See, I can accept that you tell me I'm a B tier team because I ain't finished yet. I still got more room to grow.
I mean, but I knew that already.
I'm not even fully developed yet.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So your A tier guys, those guys pretty much almost like maxed out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They at their best.
Before you go any further,
Yeah.
how you feel about the weight cap?
I'm good with it.
You good with it? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I'm good with it because it works out in my favor.
It works out in your favor.
I can put more mass on my frame.
Okay.
That's what they want anyway. They want me to fill my frame out.
Okay.
You know, I get on stage. I'm at 22 Olympia, I was 210. My weight cap is 217.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was on Olympia stage this year like 208, 209.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm good.
Yeah, you perfect.
Yeah. Let me
You can
grow.
for days.
Let me grow because I
yeah.
need to anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I can accept that.
Okay.
You know, because I'm a realist. And
Do you
if
feel like
I-
my assessment makes sense?
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I have to. This is not a walk in the park around here.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? You prove
Not in men's division. Not in
in
men's physique, I mean.
bodybuilding, you prove your power through the wins, man.
Yeah.
Point blank, period. Winners win. You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, I just feel like that's the thing that I look at. Like, I feel like that's also what changed the league too. It went from a point to you got to win to get in.
Yeah.
Now it makes a difference. What are you going to do? It don't matter if you pull up in second. Because you ain't got the points. The points don't matter. You have to win to get in.
You gotta win.
That's going to separate the men from the boys.
It brings the quality up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That year, I won, my first year going to the Olympia, I won our points. I was a points champ.
I told you, boy, you was doing numbers.
I was number 1 on the list. I didn't have to do that last show, but I wanted to make sure. I didn't want nobody to snub me out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but like you said, it raises the quality up because you got to win. Excuse me.
You all good? I mean, bro, and we're going to close on this one then. You left a legend to move into another camp.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we know the rumors.
Mm-hmm.
I could care less about those. But I can tell you what my opinion was. My opinion was it made sense for you to move to your new camp because it was closer. Meaning gave you an opportunity to get some hands-on, some same timeline,
Mm-hmm.
point of views, and a rejuvenated team. And so I can explain all those to you. He in North Carolina. So that's a drive. That's like a couple of hours. You there. You can touch him. He can touch you.
Yeah.
Y'all can communicate. Timeline meaning, hey, he's on the East Coast, you on the East Coast. Whenever you hit him up, y'all time syncs. Rejuvenating team meaning the camp you were in is kind of like diminishing. I feel like when the OGs of that team is done, I believe that coach is done. And then I believe the team that you on now is up and growing. It's becoming more powerful. It has some more dogs on the team. So it gives you some things to like stay motivated and work hard with.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my point of view. Is that yours for leaving or?
I just felt like I just needed something different.
Okay.
You know, that's my brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That years with this man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't require a lot because
you just did. You already said you did get your orders, execute.
Yeah, I don't require
you said in the beginning.
You know what I'm saying? So I was good with that.
Right.
However, I do feel like I needed to be in a space doing some different things. I just felt like my body was like fizzling out and I needed to do something different.
You switch some things up.
Yeah. So it just so happened that, the coach that I moved to is closer. Cause I mean, it wasn't a set thing that I was just gonna go to Mike.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had to like sit back and like, all right, we really gonna do this. So where we going? Or where we gonna try to go? Cause everybody ain't gonna take you. So
you felt like somebody wouldn't have took you?
I don't know.
Come on, Charjo.
You'd be surprised. I don't know. I don't know.
I can't think of one coach.
Yeah.
Not one that won't take you. Again, your resume alone is the reason why somebody let you walk in their home. That's what I'm saying. Like, I promise you, bro, like, I can interview any coach you thinking of right now. Like, hey, bring you on Treau Talks. I guarantee you, I say, hey, Charjo Grant, he wants to come on your team. They're going to gladly take you.
Well, I appreciate it.
I'm just saying, because you got to think about it. What people look for in a competitor, me being a coach myself.
Yeah.
You look for the person that can follow directions, execute the plan. And you know when it's time to go, it's time to go. That person ready. No coach not turning you down. I think any team you step on, you raise their stock. That's just my opinion, you know what I mean? Because somebody has to, That's the coach's selling point.
Yeah.
I'll guarantee you, when somebody reaches out to Mike and he goes, I got Emmanuel, I got Charjo, I got George Brown. That's what he gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that person is coming because of those names. Just like when you was going to Omar. He got Dre, he got Ray,
Yep.
he got Kaiki.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm going there.
Yeah.
Enough said.
I feel you.
So yeah, it's not a coach out here that would not accept you. Basically, but I do respect the fact that you picked the one that you felt was the best need for you.
Right.
But yeah, it's not a coach. I'm promising you, you can call 12 coaches right now. All of them say yes.
Well, that mean I'm a good dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is, thank you.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know, bro. You a stand-up athlete. Ain't nobody gonna not turn. They not gonna be like, nah. Now, I do think it's coaches out here that don't want to deal with other coaches' competitors.
Yeah.
Meaning like
feel like a cross.
Right. It's like, oh man, that was my man.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Or they don't even get along with that person enough to be like, I want this friction.
Right.
But other than that, bro, nah. I don't think it's somebody out there.
It was a great move for me though.
I bet it was.
You know
you got a sponsor. I see you sponsored with White Lion. Is it White Lion?
Yeah. White Lion Labs.
Yeah. So I see you sponsored with them.
Yeah.
I know you was already sponsored with Outfit.
Yeah.
But then I think I seen you sponsored with Brett Brings now.
Yeah.
Man, you doing it. You
I'm blessed. And I'm thankful.
I mean, I didn't watch you personally. You know what I mean?
I'm blessed and thankful, man.
You know what I mean?
It's just like this bodybuilding platform has opened doors I had never even,
right.
thought I'd be, doing. Like, for example, I'm with L Aesthetics.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The plastic surgery and med spa.
Right.
Right. In Lauderdale.
Okay.
I never thought I would be doing stuff like that.
Okay. So what do they do for you?
So the whole thing is I'm an athlete taking care of my body inside and out, right?
Okay.
I always preach the health side, taking care of it.
Oh, you still with Kaizo too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you with Kaizo?
Yeah. And body mass for the DEXA scan.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm always preaching keeping your body healthy, right? So inside, but you also got to hit the outside too.
Right.
You can't be doing a half job.
Right.
So they opened my eyes to to more on the outside, because I'm a dude.
Yeah, of course. We're not thinking about it.
I'm a dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it took me a while to even think about going and get my feet done. Like, I don't do that.
Right.
I'm from the country.
But you show them feet on that stage though.
Right. Which means there were things that I had to learn.
Right.
Because when I first got on stage, it was like, this is what you need to do. You got to be shaved. Your feet it's a whole overall package. You got to look polished. I'm like, man, I got to do all that. Come on now.
Right. We don't do that in the country.
But I did what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? And I can appreciate it. So when I started building my relationship with Z at L, it was great, man. She was helping me out teaching me new things. And it's just awesome. I would have never thought in a million years I'd be doing stuff like that.
Well, you never know, man. But now you there, you know what I mean? And that's what I mean by being at the top of the game, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yo, so just like that, peoples, we want to say thank you, man, again for coming here today, giving us an opportunity to rap with you. Make sure you tell everybody your Instagram so they can follow you on IG. Actually, it's already at the bottom of the screen, y'all. If y'all see it, it's right there. You know what I mean? We got Charjo Grant, the monster, right here in the building, one of DMV's best men's physique competitors, man. So, again, man, thank you for coming to Treau Talks, giving us an opportunity to rock with you, man. We will be in tune with you all year. Do you know the new show day yet, or you?
I don't.
Okay.
We just gonna get ready, and the time frame is gonna be between July. It may be June, but most definitely July.
Okay,
we're gonna wait and see what happens.
Okay, cool.
Then we'll pick it. But it won't be a surprise though.
Nah, you gonna let everybody know?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I used to be like that. I used to not say what I'm doing and just pop up. But I changed a little bit and I started, doing that. So it is what it is.
Yeah, you come and you come.
Yeah.
So cool, man. And just like that, man. Right here at Treau Talks, baby. Y'all stay tuned for this episode. It'll be coming out soon. Yeah. And if y'all want to holler at us, man, y'all know y'all can see our Instagrams below. Follow us on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe, you comment, let us know what y'all want to know so we can make sure we get y'all what y'all need in the due time.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.